So we are in, where?
Cleveland,
Tennessee. And we stopped at a really nice racetrack gas station. And guess what we found? Diet sun drops. So we both got one. You can never find them anywhere. So it's pretty amazing. So we've made it to the entrance of Amicalola.
yes, we have.
And there's a long line.
Very long.
Very long line to get in. So we weren't expecting that. It is 1:05 our time, well, where we are right now. And we have to be checked in by 2 o'clock to get up to the Linfoot hike-in, which is where we're staying tonight. So we have a little bit less than an hour, and we're getting ready to go through the checkpoint, and that's what the line's from. And we don't know if they take credit cards or not, and we don't, neither one of us have any cash. So he's digging through his wallet and he doesn't have any. It took us about 3.5 hours to get here. I've been at my family's in Eastern Kentucky and East Tennessee this past week, and Brian met me up here last night. So like I said, about 3.5 hours from where I was. It was my papa's 98th birthday yesterday, so I'll try to drop a picture in of him. He's so cute. And I guess we're gonna hopefully get in here and hopefully they'll take credit cards, and we'll be in a minute.
Another uphill.
Embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck. We like to call this the celebrity trail because it's flat, slightly downhill, and we can make a good time on it. We're about 3.25 to 3.4 miles in before we turn off to go to the Linfoot hike-in trail. I think it's around 4 miles, so a little bit longer and we'll make the turn, and then we have a mile left. So see you in a little bit.
Okay, so we are at 3.77, and for all the people that know us well and worry about him, because I work out every day, well, 4 to 5 days a week of very, I would consider, strenuous exercise, weights, cardio, which is not my favorite, which is what I need right now. But anyway, for those of you that ever doubt him, those of you that know him well know that there's nothing to fear, because he is like the most athletic guy that doesn't have to do anything. He may not look it, but there he is, like a champ. So the trail is fairly narrow through here, and I'm sure you can hear my breathing. You probably can't tell, but can you say it's straight up or not really? The elevation's pretty big. Of course, we're coming from the flatlands of Western Kentucky. So, lots of roots though, so you really have to be careful. Watch where you're going. And just take your time.
Well, we have come upon the hike end. It was a mile from the turnoff, and it was probably 85% downhill, which is gonna suck tomorrow. Anyways, we're gonna go in here and check in and get everything straightened out, so we'll show you around in a little bit. Okay. All right, guys. We made it to the hike in. It was a little over 5.5 miles. We took the approach trail,
Which is hard.
was
It's tough.
it was a lot tougher than I thought.
Me too.
I thought we had plenty of time. We were supposed to be here at 5 o'clock so they could do like a orientation, and we ended up getting here at like 5:45. And they served food at 6. We had like corn and green beans, and
It was a great meal.
and
They did like a family style meal.
yeah,
Roast, cake,
and tenderloin,
salad.
rolls,
So good.
and cake, chocolate cake. Yeah, it was good.
And
I think that sorry.
but it was much harder. The approach trail was much harder. You know, a lot of people say don't do the approach trail. Then there's a camp that's like you have to do the approach trail, but nobody ever really talks about how hard it is. And it was tough.
It was tough.
It was like what, maybe 2,000?
About 2,000 feet of elevation gain.
It was straight up.
There
were no switchbacks.
I mean, there were some hills that like I've had to stop like 10 times on because it was crazy. So we'll stay here tonight. We will eat breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not for sure what they are gonna have. But this place that we're staying at, the hike in, it's completely solar powered. There's no parking lot here. The people who stay here hike in.
There's no way.
There's
2 different trails.
There's 2 different trails, so
we're the only people who did the approach trail that are staying here right now.
Yeah, everybody else did the
Linfoot Trail.
The Linfoot Trail, which is I guess a kiddie trail because there's like tons of like small kids here. So
it would be a great place if you're wanting to do a trail with your family and kind of unplug. They encourage you not to have your cell phones out. That's why we're sitting out here in the dark. It's a good place. They do have a area though where like you can play games, and they have different like cards and board games out. So there's like a lot of kids down there, but it's really quiet and peaceful out here.
So
showers.
No showers. So
showers.
So we got.
They give you a little bag.
Yep, it has your stuff in it, and we're planning on not showering for 3 days until we get to Nils Gap, but we actually got one in today. So.
Well, we're not like.
But it was sweaty. It was hot. It was
so
it was
hard.
bad.
I have short legs, and I felt like it was straight. It was tough.
We have
It was hard.
a 1 mile hike from here back to the approach trail to go to Springer Mountain, and I'm telling you,
it's a tough mile.
It's going to be 0.8 of a mile uphill because when we turned off onto this trail, it was like downhill all the way to.
It was only really downhill. We hadn't done much downhill today, which means we got to go back uphill tomorrow.
Yeah, we got to go.
And they said that once you get this part done,
and once you get through Springer Mountain and like past the parking area, which is like, I forgot, they said maybe like a mile or half a mile, that it kind of flattens out and gets easier for a little bit. But you know, you have Sassafras Mountain and Blood Mountain, which are going to be bad. But I mean, I feel like if we did this today, then you know we can persevere. Man, the mosquitoes are horrible.
I know we're gonna have to go in.
Yeah.
We're gonna get eat up.
So,
but anyway, we had a good first day. Exhausting, but fun.
But fun.
Love it. Oh, high and low. What's your high today?
My high. Making it.
What's your low?
I guess my low was that one climb that was like never ending. I don't know what it was.
Like, how long have we been here now? A couple hours? And my legs are still shaking.
Yeah. I took my backpack off and I felt like I was going to fall straight over on my face. I mean, I had to like walk back.
Since the visitor center's closed, there's not a place to do a last minute weigh in on your bags. And so we're not really 100% sure, which we had weighed them before we left, and mine was at what, 20? You weighed them before you brought them, and yours was 25, is that right?
26.
26. And then that was without some last minute food for lunches and without our water. So.
In our rain suits, because
in our rain suits, that's
it just started raining.
Yeah, it started
right
raining.
now.
Not even supposed to rain.
Not even supposed to rain, but
not supposed to rain till Thursday maybe. But anyway, it's beautiful here, and I
It
love
is.
it, and it's great. And so my high is whenever you said, "I love this."
And for
We're
the
like just out on the trail, and he said, "I just love this."
and for the people who know us, if we had a funnier moment today, because like we were talking about, you know, not knowing if there's going to be anybody on trail to do trail names, I come up with the perfect one. And for the people who know us, you will laugh and you'll roll.
We did get tickled, and we're laughing.
We did.
Hard
We did.
On trail.
We
Like we couldn't quit laughing.
It was
funny.
probably embarrassing if someone else was out in the woods and they heard us laughing. It was that bad. But I come up with the name. It's perfect. And my name would be Large
And in charge.
and in charge. And if you know us, then you know what that's about. So anyways,
So I don't know. We haven't I said we're not adopting those officially yet.
No.
But it is funny. and
But
I
it was
did like
funny. It was
Yes,
funny.
It was good. Okay, so my high today was when you said, "I just love it here. I love it." Like we're just hiking.
it
I
was.
love
It was. I mean, it was awesome to be out there.
We planned it for so long, and it's just surreal being here. And then my low, those just the same as you. Like there was some terrible. You know, I've got short little legs and like some big reaching and stumps, and the trail's it's not like a super nice. It's very rooty. Lots of roots, lots of rocks. Got to be careful. But anyway, I guess the same as you, just kind of out there in some of those areas. I did think I saw a bear today.
It was a Pomeranian.
It was a
black Pomeranian.
dog. And I thought it was a bear. It was right before we left. There was all kinds of people around too, so it wasn't like a quiet area where nobody was around. And like my heart jumped from, it's a baby bear, and it was a black Pomeranian dog. So anyway, that was a funny thing.
Okay, so
anyway,
we're gonna wrap it up and we'll eat breakfast in the morning and
get out.
head out and
Go
try
to one and
Go
find the white blazes.
Yep, we'll finally get on White Blazes
Yeah.
and get off these blue.
Yep. All right.
So we'll get back with y'all and holler at you later. See ya.